Okay, so today we're going to start with exercise 22b, and I'll be doing the chapter of trigonometric ratios in this video. And all the problems that I'm about to do now, I have referred them from chapter 23, trigonometric ratios, and ICSE Selena publication, class 9th, and from the subject maths, of course. And it is written by Mr. R.K. Bansal. So you could refer to that book easily. Okay, so let's start. So our exercise 23b, we'll start with the question number 1. Now the question number 1 states that given A is equal to 60 degree, A is given to us as 60 degree and B is given to us as 30 degree. Okay, these are specific alphabets that are given to us, so we'll not go into the meaning of these alphabets. So all that is given to us is the information, that is A is equal to 60 degree and B is equal to 30 degree. Okay, so given A is equal to 60 degree, B is equal to 30 degree, prove that the first subpart, that is sine A plus B is equal to sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. So all we have to do in proof questions is that they'll give you a formula. So say for example, they'll give you this question, sine A plus B is equal to sine A cos B plus cos A sine B, and on both the sides you have to make sure that whatever answer you get, it is the same. That is, in LHS, say for example in LHS you got the answer as 1. If on LHS you have gotten the answer as 1, then on RHS also, by solving this whole sum, you'll have to get as 1. Then only we can prove that this LHS is equal to RHS. So with that thought, let us move forward and solve this question. Now in this question, all you have to do is you have to substitute the value. So say for example A is 60 degree, so whatever alphabets are A in the LHS as well as the RHS, A is equal to 60 degree. So wherever there's A in any one of the LHS or RHS questions, you have to substitute the values, and that same goes for B. So all we have to do is we have to substitute our values on both the sides. So we'll start. So sine A, now A is 60 degree, so I'll write that, plus B, that is 30 degree, so I'll write that down too, is equal to sine A, that is sine 60 degree. And as I've said in my earlier videos, if there is no symbol in between these questions, trigonometric questions, then that means that it is a multiplication symbol. There's a multiplication symbol. If by chance they have mentioned a multiplication symbol here, which I think in 70 to 80% they'll not mention it. Either they'll mention it with a dot means multiplication, or they'll mention no symbol at all, then also it will be multiplication. So here sine 60, I'll put this in bracket, into cos B, that is cos 30 degree, cos 30 degree, plus cos A, which is cos 60 degree, into, because there's no symbol, so we'll refer to it as multiplication symbol, sine B, that is sine 30 degree, and a bracket. Okay, so now what we have to do is we just have to replace or substitute the values wherever possible. Now we have already substituted the values, so we'll just calculate this question, the statement that we have gotten. So sine 60 plus 30, that is 90. So sine 90 degree is equal to sine 60 degree. Now what sine 60 degree basically means is that, and all I wanted to tell you viewers, a note to the viewers, that there's a concept called magic triangles. What they are, what they do, why are they significant, and what do they help us, what are their purpose. You could see those videos, and their link is given in the description below. So see those videos first, then come to this video, because in this video we'll refer to magic triangles a lot. So for the trigonometric ratio of 60 degree, sine 60 degree, there is a magic triangle for 60 degree. So we'll scroll down a bit, and here is a magic triangle for 60 degree. So sine 60 degree basically means that with respect to angle 60 degree, and it should be towards the ground. Now what do you mean by the term towards the ground? In my earlier videos also I have mentioned what it means towards the ground in solving trigonometry, so you could refer to those videos. So 60 degree here should be towards the ground, and sine 60 degree means that with respect to angle 60 degree over here, tell us perpendicular on hypotenuse, because I believe that is the formula for sine theta. So with respect to angle 60 degree, sine 60 degree will be root 3 upon 2. So we'll just write that down. is equal to bracket sine 60 degree, that is root 3 upon 2 into cos 30 degree. Now there's one more magic triangle for 30 degree specifically, so we'll scroll down a bit and here is a magic triangle for 30 degree. So cos 30 degree means that first, that in cos 30 degree the 30 degree should be towards the ground. Secondly, with respect to angle 30 degree, tell us base upon hypotenuse, that will be root 3 upon 2 also. So we'll just write that down, plus cos 60 degree. Now the values are reversed, trigonometric ratios are reversed. So cos 60 degree, so for 60 degree we'll scroll down a bit and refer to our same magic triangle of 60 degree here. So cos 60 degree means that with respect to angle 60 degree, tell us base upon hypotenuse, that will be 1 upon 2. So we will write those values down into sine 30 degree. Okay, so sine 30 degree, for 30 degree there's already a magic triangle mentioned. So I'll scroll down a bit again and there's a magic triangle mentioned. So here with respect to angle 30 degree, tell us sine 30 degree, that will be perpendicular upon hypotenuse and it should be towards the ground. This is the ground, that will be 1 upon 2. Okay, so that 2 is 1 upon 2. And now we'll solve the question further. So sine 90 degree, for 90 degree also there is a magic triangle. So all about magic triangles, as I've said before, they are present in the link below, so you could see it thoroughly and then come to this video. So for 90 degree there is a magic triangle mentioned here. So this is a hypothetically weird triangle, or in speaking in English, it's an alienish figure. All about this alienish figure again I've mentioned in that magic triangles video, so see that, refer to that video. So over here all it has asked us is that find sine 90 degree. So sine 90 degree will be with respect to angle 90 degree, tell us sine 90 degree, that will be perpendicular upon hypotenuse, so 1 upon 1. So 1 upon 1 can be simply be written as 1. So sine 90 degree will be 1, root 3 into root 3 will be 3 upon 2 into 2 which will be 4, plus 1 into 1 which will be 1 and 2 into 2 which will be 4. So I'll scroll down a bit. So 1 will be 1 only, is equal to 3 plus 1 which will be 4. Now because we have not taken LCM because our denominators are same, so no need to take our LCM, so LCM will remain same. 3 plus 1 which will be 4, which will be equal to 1. So what significance we have achieved here? On the LHS, in the LHS sine 90 degree, first LHS was sine A plus B, then we had substituted with our values and then we had gotten sine 90 degree. On the LHS I had solved the value for sine 90 degree, then I had gotten the value as 1, and then in the LHS the question was sine A cos B plus cos A sine B, so I substituted the values. I got 3 upon 4 plus 1 upon 4, then I added them together and then I got 1. So therefore on both of these sides, LHS and RHS, the answer is 1. So therefore LHS is equal to RHS. So you simply can't say in the starting of the question of proof questions that LHS is equal to RHS. You have to display on either side that in the end on the other side the answer will be the same. If the answer is different, then there's something wrong with that, because in proof the questions 90 to 95% they'll tell you that prove these two questions on either side equal, and 90 to 95% the answer on both the sides will be same. So if it is wrong, then there's some calculation to take place. Over here we'll come to a subpart of question number 1. Cos A plus B, cos into A plus B is equal to cos A. Now over earlier I had mentioned that if they had displayed dot, so dot means multiplication symbol, or if there is no symbol then it means multiplication symbol also. Now over here multiplication symbol, this is the dot represents a multiplication symbol. So I'll write this as cos A plus B. Now earlier we had seen that our A is 60 degree and B is 30 degree. So with that reference, cos A, that is 60 degree, plus B, that will be 30 degree, is equal to cos A, which will be cos 60 degree because A is equal to 60 degree. And I'll try to solve this question in brackets, because if you put values in brackets then the question becomes more solvable and you can easily calculate it. Is solvable a word? I don't know. Okay, so cos A is cos 60 degree. into the dot represents a multiplication sign, cos B, which is cos 30 degree, minus sin A, which is sin 60 degree, into sin B, which is sin 30 degree. So I'll just write it down a bit down. So over here 60 plus 30 is 90 again. Now over here earlier in the LHS it had mentioned that it is sin 90 degree. Now here it is mentioning that it is cos 90 degree. So cos 90 degree, we'll write it in the LHS. This is the LHS, this is the RHS. Now over here cos 60 degree. Now what cos 60 degree basically means is that there'll be a magic triangle for 60 degree, so we'll refer to that magic triangle. Over here it is given the magic triangle for 60 degree. So with respect to angle 60 degree, tell us cos 60 degree, that will be 1 upon 2 base upon hypotenuse. So cos 60 degree will be base upon hypotenuse, that will be 1 upon 2 into cos 30 degree. Now for 30 degree also there's a magic triangle, and this is the magic triangle for 30 degree, and therefore with respect to 30 degree angle, tell us base upon hypotenuse, that will be root 3 upon 2 for cos 30 degree. So I'll write that down, minus sin 60 degree. Now sin 60 degree for the trigonometric ratio 60 degree, there will be a magic triangle mentioned, and over here it is mentioned. So sin 60 degree means that with respect to angle 60 degree, and it should be towards the ground, tell us perpendicular upon hypotenuse, that will be root 3 upon 2. Okay, so I'll write that down. Now a note to the viewers that a lot of time in my earlier videos also I mentioned that the multiplication symbol as this. So many of you can refer to it as this, but because to avoid the confusion of multiplication and the x in algebra, I would write multiplication symbol as this. So you could make the adjustments. So just rub this a bit and we'll continue with our sum. So over here sin 60 is root 3 upon 2 into sin 30 degree. Now sin 30 degree, over here there's a magic triangle mentioned here, which is with respect to angle 30 degree, and it should be towards the ground. Tell us 1 upon 2. Tell us the perpendicular upon hypotenuse with respect to angle 30 degree, and it would be 1 upon 2. So I'll write that down. So over here cos 90 degree. Now for 90 degree there's a magic triangle mentioned, luckily. This is the alienish figure which I had mentioned earlier. So over here with respect to angle 90 degree, tell us cos 90 degree. Now over here base is 0 and hypotenuse is 1. So over here 0 upon 1 will be answer, and 0 upon 1 or 0 divided by 1 will always be 0. So cos 90 will be 0 is equal to root 3. 1 into root 3 is root 3. 2 into 2 is 4 minus root 3 into 1, which will be root 3 upon 2 into 2, which will be 4. So over here LHS I'll not touch it, so 0 will be 0 is equal to root 3 upon 4 minus root 3 upon 4, which will be 0. Why? Because 1 minus 1 is 0, 2 minus 2 is 0, 3 minus 3 is 0, and so on. So root 3 upon 4 minus root 3 upon 4 is 0. So over here LHS is equal to RHS, therefore you could make your final statement in your own terms, but over here LHS is equal to RHS. This is how I write the final statement. So we have achieved the significance of proving both sides to be equal answers, to contain equal answers. So let's move on forward. Okay, so our third part of the first question, third subpart of the first question, cos A minus B is equal to cos A. Now again there's a dot here, so please remember that dot signifies multiplication symbol, plus sin A sin B. So all you have to do is you just have to substitute the values, you have to find your trigonometrical ratios, and you're good to go. So cos A minus B will be cos A, that will be 60 degree, minus B, that is 30 degree, is equal to cos A, which will be cos 60 degree, and I'll write this in brackets, into cos B, which will be cos 30 degree, plus sin A, which will be sin 60 degree, into sin 30 degree. Okay, so over here cos 60 minus 30 will be 30 degree, so I'll remove the 30 degree out of the bracket and I'll get cos 30 degree is equal to cos 60. Now again, for cos 60, I refer to the magic triangle here, up. So over here, the magic triangle for 30 degrees is displayed here, and with respect to angle 30 degree, tell us cos 30 degree, which will be root 3 upon 2. So cos 30 degree will be root 3 upon 2, and I wanted, so I'll just write that down in the next part below. So over here, cos 60 degree will be, for 60 degree there's a magic triangle mentioned above, and this is the triangle. So with respect to angle 60 degree, tell us cos 60 degree based upon hypotenuse, which will be 1 upon 2. So I'll write that. So over here I've solved a question a bit, so I'll explain it to you again. So over here cos 60 degree is 1 upon 2 and cos 30 degree. So over here for cos 30 degree in the RHS, the value is root 3 upon 2 plus root 3 upon 2. Why? Because sin 60 degree, we'll refer to this magic triangle over here. So with respect to angle 60 degree, tell us perpendicular upon hypotenuse, which will be root 3 upon 2. So therefore our sin 60 degree will be root 3 upon 2 into 1 upon 2, which will be our answer to sin 30 degree. So I'll mention the magic triangle for 30 degree also. And all I wanted, again, a note to the viewers, that all the magic triangles I'm displaying here, even if I have mentioned to you all to refer to my earlier videos on magic triangles, I would please advise you to listen to my earlier videos thoroughly. Please memorize this magic triangles, because it will help you a lot in the future, believe me. So for sin 30, okay, what was I calculating? Sin 30 degree. Okay, so we'll refer to this magic triangle over here, and with respect to angle 30 degree, tell us perpendicular upon hypotenuse sin 30 degree, which will be 1 upon 2. So therefore 1 upon 2 is written over here. And then cos 30 degree is root 3 upon 2. Our 1 into root 3 is root 3. 2 into 2 is 4. Now over here in this figure over here, root 3 into 1 is root 3. 2 into 2 is 4. So root 3, I'll leave it as it is. In the, what this happened? Okay, so I'll just rub this. So over here root 3 is equal to root 3 upon 2. I'll just leave it as it is. And over here root 3 upon 4 plus root 3 upon 4 will be written as root 3 upon 2. I'll explain it to you with an example. So what does 1 upon 4 plus 1 upon 4 means? 1 upon 4 plus 1 upon 4 means that the denominators are same, and according to simple fraction, so 1 upon 4 plus 1 upon 4 will be 1 upon 2. So similarly, root 3 upon 4 plus root 3 upon 4 will be root 3 upon 2. Okay, so therefore we have proved the significance that our both LHS and RHS are equal. So therefore I'll write it down. LHS is equal to RHS. So we have proved that these both trigonometric questions are proven that the LHS either sides are equal to each other. So we'll move on to our next question. That is tan A minus B is equal to tan A minus tan B upon 1 plus tan dot means multiplication, tan A multiplication tan B. So over here this is a big sum. I know many of you might get scared, because honestly maths is not the favorite of the masses. You would prefer history or literature, for an instance. So over here, if you have difficulty in understanding these kinds of trigonometry, I understand you, I feel you, brother. So over here all you have to do is, alphabets are mentioned here, and as I've said earlier, that all you have to do is you have to substitute our values. So over here A is 60 degree, B is 30 degree. So I'll just change my color to create a rainbow effect. Let's take pink. Okay, so over here all you have to do is you have to substitute our values, and if you are not understanding the question, it's okay, you could go forward and then later on you could come to this question, but it's easy, so bear with me. So over here tan A minus B, so tan A minus B will be 60 minus 30 degree. Now for all of those who are beginners who don't know trigonometry, I would advise you that you go step by step. For all those prodigies and pros, I would advise you that you could skip a few steps. Now this video is for beginners, so I'll not go into that details. So over here tan 60 minus 30 degree, I'll explain step by step. Tan A will be tan 60 degree minus tan B, which will be 30 degree, whole divided by 1 plus, there's no value for 1 because 1 it's 1 itself. So tan A, which will be tan 60 again, Now over here there's a dot mentioned, so I'll mention this in brackets to make it more easier. So tan 60 into tan B, that will be tan 30 degree. This is degree. Okay, so now over here what I'll do is I will solve the ratios. Tan 60 minus 30 degree will be tan 90, so I'll tan 60 minus 30 degree will be 30 degree, pardon. So over here tan 60 minus 30 degree will be tan 30 degree, and tan 60 degree minus tan 30 degree. So I'll just leave it as it is, or I'll just solve it right now. So tan 60 degree over here, I'll refer to the magic triangle below. So tan 60 degree, this is the magic triangle. So tan 60 degree means that with respect to this angle 60 degree, and it should be towards the ground, tell us root 3 upon 1. Why? Because I believe that the formula for tan theta is equal to perpendicular upon base. That will be root 3 upon 1, which can be simply written as root 3. So tan 60 degree will be written as root 3 minus tan 30 degree. Now for 30 degree there's a magic triangle mentioned. This is the magic triangle. So with respect to angle 30 degree, and it should be towards the ground, tell us tan 30 degree, which will be 1 upon root 3. Why? Because the tan formula for tan theta is 1 upon root 3. So 1 upon root 3 upon 1 minus 1 upon root 3 whole divided by 1 plus tan 60. Now I'll solve it in brackets. Now tan 60, now again I'll refer to the above calculations. So over here tan 60 degree is root 3 upon 1 into tan 30 degree, which is 1 upon root 3. Okay, so there's not enough space, so I'll just make some space. I'll write it over here. So over here tan 30 degree will be 1 upon root 3, and over here, so over here root 3 upon 1 minus 1 upon root 3. So our denominators are not same, so all I have to do is I have to find the LCM of this denominator. So that will be root 3. So denominator will be root 3, and in the numerator 1 into root 3 is root 3, so therefore root 3 into root 3 will be 3 minus 1 whole divided by 1 plus, so root 3 and root 3 gets cut, and all I'm left is 1. Okay, so I'll scroll down a bit, see if there's any space left. Okay, so there's a teeny tiny space left, so I'll try to do the rest of the steps orally. So 1 upon root 3, and 3 minus 2 will be 3 minus 1, pardon, so it will be 3 minus 1. Okay, so 3 minus 1 will be 2 upon root 3 whole upon 1 plus 1, which will be 2. Okay, so I'll just try to make some space over here. So please note it down, because I'm going to rub a few steps. You could pause the video with me, you could pause the video as you like, and then you could copy all the sum, you could see them, you could glance or stare at them, and you could try to understand what's going on, then you can move forward. Okay, so I'll try to solve the sum over here. Okay, so I'll write the sum again. 1 upon root 3 is equal to 2 upon root 3 upon 2. Okay, so I'll leave 1 upon root 3 in the LHS as it is equal to 2 upon root 3. So the fraction will be 2 upon whole divided by 2 into root 3. Why? Because root 3 came down, so therefore 2 and 2 gets cut, and all that remains is 1 upon root 3 is equal to 1 upon root 3. So I'll just zoom in a bit. So this is our final answer. So all the significance that we have achieved is we have proved that both of these sides are equal. The LHS is equal to RHS. So we'll move on forward. It was easy, wasn't it? Now we come to question number 2. So I'll try to make some space, or it has already been made. Okay, so no need. So question number 2 states that if A is equal to 30 degree. Now again, in the earlier question they had given us some specific information that A is this angle and B is that angle. Now over here A is equal to 30 degree. So I'll just change the color to avoid less confusion. Okay, so here A is equal to 30 degree, and you have to prove again that the LHS is equal to RHS. Now over here what they have done is they have given you 3 sides. So earlier they had given you 2 sides as here. Now they have given you 3 sides. So it is easy. All you have to do is you have to solve all these 3 trigonometrical questions by substituting the values. Then you have to solve the trigonometric ratios, and then you'll get the answer. So first of all, we'll try to solve sine 2a. So now over here, sine 2a, a is equal to 30 degrees, so therefore sine 2a, that is sine 30 into 2 will be sine 60 degree, is equal to 2 sine a. Now this will be translated into 2 into sine a, that will be sine 30 degree, into, there's no symbol here also and here also, so it means that there's a multiplication symbol in between them. So over here cos a will be sine cos 30 degree also, and bracket. Now over here 2 tan a. Now 2 tan a means that 2 into tan 30 degree. One plus tan square a. So whole divided by 1 plus tan square a means that tan square. So over here tan square a, that will be 30 degree. So now it's a big question. Don't worry, we'll solve the sides one by one. So over here sine 60 degree, we'll refer to our magic triangles again. Now over here magic triangles have come to our rescue again. So over here tan 30 degree, wait, sine 60 degree, pardon. So our magic triangle is given here is 60 degree. For the magic triangle of 60 degree, it should be towards the ground, and all you have to do is you have to find sine 60 degree, that will be root 3 upon 1 perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So over here root 3 upon 2 will be our answer, is equal to 2 into sine 30 degree. So brackets sine 30 degree. Now over here we'll measure our magic triangle over 30 degree, and it should be towards the ground. So our sine 30 degree basically means that with respect to angle 30 degree, tell us sine 30 degree, that will be 1 upon 2. So over here I'll just write down the answer, into cos 30 degree. Now for even if sine or cos changes, if the angle is same, so we have to refer to the same magic triangle. So over here cos 30 degree means we refer to the same magic triangle of 30 degree, but here cos 30 degree means that with respect to angle 30 degree, tell us base upon hypotenuse, which will be root 3 upon 2. Okay, is equal to 2 tan 30 degree. Now over here this is the extreme RHS, this is the extreme LHS, and this is the MHS, the middle hand side. So over here we'll solve the RHS, the extreme RHS. So over here this will be translated into 2 tan 30 degree. Now for tan 30 degree, as I've said before, if the sine cos tan changes, it doesn't matter. If the angle remains same, so will be the magic triangle. So for 30 degree, the magic triangle is this. So tan 30 degree means that 1 upon root 3 will be our answer, perpendicular upon base. So 1 upon root 3 will be our answer, whole divided by 1 plus tan square 30 degree. Now earlier also I've said that tan square 30 degree will be tan 30 into tan 30 degree. Tan square 30 degree means tan 30 into tan 30 degree. So over here tan 30 degree, above in the numerator we had calculated tan 30 degree to be 1 upon root 3. So therefore 1 plus tan square 30 degree will be calculated into 1 upon root 3 into 1 upon root 3. Okay, so we scroll down below, and over here root 3 we leave it as it is equal to 2 into 2, 1 upon 2, which will be 1, and therefore our final answer will come as root 3 upon 2. Now over here LHS and MHS have become same, that is both the sides have become equal, but our question does not stop here. We have to prove that 3 sides are equal. Over here we have only proved 2 sides are equal. So we'll move on forward. So 2 into root 3 will be 2 into 1 upon root 3 will be 2 upon 1 upon 2 upon root 3. Okay, whole divided by 1 plus 1 upon 3. Why? Because 1 into 1 is 1 and root 3 into root 3 is 3. So 1 upon 3. So root 3 upon 2. I can sense your excitement. I know that we have proved the LHS and MHS as same, but we have to solve the RHS also. To prove that RHS is equal to the rest from the sides. So over here 2 upon root 3. I'll write it down. Whole divided by, so our denominator here is not equal, so you'll find the LCM, which will be 3. So therefore I'll make this a little longer. 3 and 1 3s are 3, so therefore 1 3s are 3, plus 3 1s are 3, so therefore 1 into 1 is 1, and this will be equal to 2 upon root 3 whole divided by 4 divided by 3. Okay, so over here 2 upon root 3 upon 3 plus 1 upon 3. So 2 divided by root 3 whole divided by 4 upon 3. So over here 2 upon root 3 whole divided by 4 upon 3 can be calculated as 2 upon root 3 into the reciprocal of this fraction over here, which will be 3 upon 4. 2 upon root 3 into 3 upon 4. So 2 2s are 4, and therefore we'll get 3 into root 3 into 2, which will be 2 root 3. So 3 upon 2 root 3 can be written as root 3 upon 2 according to rationalization. So we'll move on forward to our second subpart. So over here all it mentions is find cos 2a is equal to cos square a minus sin square a is equal to 1 minus tan square a upon 1 plus tan square a. Now this looks very confusing, this looks very panicky. Don't panic, just stay with me. All you have to do is you have to substitute the values, you have to solve the trigonometric ratios, and you're good to go. So all you have to do is you have to find cos 2a. Now cos 2a will be cos 2 into 30 degree will be 60 degree, which will be equal to cos square a. The cos square a can be written as cos square 30 degree, and therefore it can be written as cos 30 degree into cos 30 degree minus sin square a, which can be written as sin 30 degree into sin 30 degree is equal to 1 minus tan square a upon 1 plus tan square a. So I'll come to this part later. First I'll solve these both, the LHS and the MHS. So over here all I'll do is I'll solve the LHS and the MHS first. MHS stands for middle hand side. I think I made it on my own, or it exists, I don't know. So cos 60 degree over here, we'll scroll back to the top, and all we'll do is we'll refer to the magic triangle cos 60 degree. So over here cos 60 degree will be with respect to angle 60 degree, and it should be towards the ground. Tell us cos 60 degree, that will be base upon hypotenuse, which will be equal to 1 upon 2 is equal to cos 30 degree. So over here cos 30 degree will be this magic triangle. We'll refer to this magic triangle, and it should be towards the ground, and therefore with respect to this angle tell us cos 30 degree, which will be equal to root 3 upon 2. Pardon. So cos 30 degree into cos 30 degree, root 3 upon 2 minus sin 30 degree. Now sin 30 degree will be, now as I said before, the trigonometric ratio, if it is different, sin, cos, tan, if the angle is same, so is the magic triangle. So therefore 30 degree will refer to the same magic triangle, and therefore this magic triangle, in this magic triangle the angle should be towards the ground. Here it is. And with respect to this angle 30 degree, tell us sin 30 degree, which will be equal to 1 upon 2. So therefore 1 upon 2 into 1 upon 2. Okay, so I'll come to the RHS later. 1 upon 2 is equal to root 3 into root 3, which will be 3 upon 2 into 2, which will be 4, minus 1 into 1, which will be 1 upon 2 into 2, which will be 4. So therefore our denominator is same, so no need to take the LCM. So therefore our LHS will be the same. 1 upon 2 is equal to MHS will be, so 4 is same, so I'll write the denominator same, so therefore I'll write the denominator as 4, and 3 minus 1 will be 2, so therefore 2 will be 1 upon 2. So therefore LHS is equal to MHS. Now LHS is equal to MHS, the both hand sides have been proved equal. Now you'll come to the third part. So over here 1 minus tan square a, so 1 minus tan 30 degree into tan 30 degree whole divided by 1 plus tan square a. So 1 minus tan 30 into tan 30, now here it is 1 plus tan 30 degree into tan 30 degree. So all you have to do is, again, you have to solve the trigonometric ratios. So here comes the third part, so I'll just try to solve it as orally as possible. So over here 1 minus tan 30, which will be, we'll refer to this magic triangle. So over here tan 30 degree means that with respect to this angle, and it should be towards the ground, tell us 1 upon root 3, the perpendicular upon base, which will be 1 upon root 3. So therefore tan 30 degree will be 1 upon root 3. So therefore 1 upon root 3 into 1 upon root 3 will be 1 upon 3. So therefore 1 upon 1 minus 1 upon 3 whole divided by Okay, I'll just try to make a little space. Note all this down, then we'll solve it further. So over here what I've done is 1 minus tan 30 degree will be tan 1 upon root 3. So tan 30 into tan 30 will be 1 upon root 3 into 1 upon root 3, and 1 upon root 3 into 1 upon root 3 will be 1 upon 3. So therefore 1 upon 1 minus 1 upon 3 whole divided by 1 upon 1 plus 1 upon 3. So therefore this can be calculated as, the LCM is different, so the LCM will be 3. So the denominator is same, so the LCM will be 3 over here. And so therefore we'll solve this numerator of this big fraction, and we'll get 2 upon 3, and our denominator will be 4 upon 3 by calculating the denominator of this big fraction. So over here what I'll do is, I have solved the answer over here. So therefore 2 upon 3, this will be calculated to 2 upon 3 into 3 upon 4. So therefore 3 gets cut, 3 gets cut, 2 and 4 gets cut, and the answer will be 1 upon 2. So therefore LHS was 1 upon 2, MHS was 1 upon 2, and RHS was 1 upon 2. So therefore we have proved that all the three sides are equal to each other. So let's move on forward. Okay, so I'll change the color. Now over here 2 cos square a minus 1 is equal to 1 minus 2 sin square a. Now luckily here the math gods have had some mercy over us, so they have written only two sides here, so that is ease. So it's solve this question easily. So 2 cos square a, so 2, I'll solve this in brackets, so 2 into cos square a. So I'll try to make this easier. Okay, so 2 into cos square a, so that will be cos a into cos a, which will be cos 30 degree, into cos 30 degree, minus 1, don't forget this minus 1 over here, is equal to 1 minus 2 sin square a, 2 into sin square a, which will be sin a into sin a, and sin 30 degree into sin 30 degree. Okay, so therefore I'll solve this question. So over here I had made a little mistake. So over here I had written 30 degree, so it is actually cos 30 degree into cos 30 degree. Okay, so I've already solved this question. So over here, don't worry, I'll explain you to the process. So over here cos 30 degree is root 3 upon 2, and according to the magic triangles above, so root 3 upon 2 will be cos 30 degree, and cos 30 degree will be root 3 upon 2. So 2 whole into root 3 upon 2 into root 3 upon 2 minus 1, and on the RHS is equal to 1 minus 2 into sin 30 degree is 1 upon 2, sin 30 degree will be 1 upon 2. So therefore this whole question will be translated to 2 into whole into 1 upon 2 into 1 upon 2. Okay, so I'll just change the color. So this whole fraction, so for this answer, for this whole question's answer, this is the answer. So over here root 3 upon 2 into root 3 upon 2 will be 3 upon 4. So 2, so our final answer will be 2 3 upon 4. So therefore 2 into 3 upon 4 will be 3 upon 2. So therefore I have written 3 upon 2 over here, and don't forget the 1, and 1 upon 1 can be written as 1. So therefore I have written as this is equal to 1 upon 1, as I've explained earlier. 1 upon 1 can be written as 1 minus 1 upon 2 into 1 upon 2, which will be 1 upon 4. So therefore 2 into 1 upon 4 will be 1 upon 2, and don't forget the minus over here. Minus plays a really critical role. So over here 3 upon 2 minus 1 upon 1 is equal to 1 upon 1 minus 1 upon 2. Okay, so we'll try to solve the LHS and RHS, and over here 3 upon 2 minus 1 upon 1 is 1 upon 2, and let's see if our answer in the RHS is same. So over here in the RHS also our answer is same. Okay, so therefore that proves that LHS is equal to RHS. Now I'll give you some time to note it down. Okay, so once you have noted it down, we'll move on to our, is it the last question? Is it the last question? Okay, this is the last question, so don't worry. So over here all you have to do is you have to, again, the math gods or the author of the book has had mercy on us, so therefore they have given us only two sides. So therefore sin 3a, now over here sin 3a means sin 3 into 30 degree, which will be 90 degree. So sin 90 degree is equal to 3 sine A, which will be 3. Now for all of those who have confusion, so I'll just make this a brief and a short explanation. So sine 3A is wholly different from sine A 3 into sine A. So sine 3A means that sine 3 into whatever angle they have given for A, and 3 sine A means you have to first find sine A and then multiply it by 3. So these two things are completely different. Okay, so I'll just rub it. Okay, so a little, okay. So sine 90 degree will be, okay, I'll just solve the RHS first. So 3 sine A. Now I've told you the difference, so no need to panic. Sine A, which will be sine 30 degree minus 4 sine cube A. Now over here it is simple. Now first we had solved sine A, then we had come to sine square A. Sine square A means sine A into sine A. Now sine cube A. Now sine cube A means sine A into sine A into sine A. If it was sine 4 into A, sine raised to the power 4A, it would have been sine A into sine A into sine A into sine A. So accordingly we solve the question. So over here all you have to do is, so over here I've written 4 into sine cube A, so that is sine 30 degree into sine 30 degree into sine 30 degree. So these are degrees. So over here sine 90 degree will be 1. Why will it be 1? So we'll mention our little magic triangles over here. Why will it be 1? Because sine 90 degree with respect to angle 90 degree tell us sine 90 degree, which will be perpendicular upon hypotenuse, which will be 1 upon 1, and 1 upon 1 can simply be referred as 1 upon 1, which can be again simply referred as 1. So here sine 90 degree is 1 is equal to 3 sine 30 degree. Now for 30 degree we'll refer to this magic triangle, and sine 30 degree will be with respect to angle 30 degree and it should be towards the ground. Tell us sine 30 degree, which will be perpendicular upon hypotenuse, 1 upon 2. So therefore 3 1 upon 2, which will be 3 upon 2. Sine 30 degree will be 1 upon 2, and 3 into 1 upon 2 will be 3 upon 2. As accordingly I solve the question. Minus 4 into sine 30 degree. Now over here sine 30 degree is equal to 3 upon 2, so therefore I'll replace the values. 3 okay, it's 1 upon 2. Okay, there's a little confusion. So sine 30 degree will be 1 upon 2 into 1 upon 2 into 1 upon 2, and I'll leave the LHS as it is equal to 3 upon 2 minus 4 1 upon 8, because 2 into 2 is 4, 4 into 2 is 8. Okay, so I'll leave the LHS as same is equal to 3 upon 2 minus 4 into 1 upon 8 will be 1 upon 2. So therefore our denominators are same, so therefore no need to take LCM. So therefore 3 minus 1 upon 2 will be 2 upon 2, which will be 1. So therefore our LHS is equal to RHS. Hence it is proved that sine 3 is equal to 3 sine A minus 4 sine cube A. So that brings us to the end of this lecture, this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would recommend you that you see the magic triangle video. The link is given in the description below. So stay home, stay safe guys. Thanks a lot. Bye.